Shalom, everyone. This is an impromptu video that has been on my mind for a long time. And as I have been doing my research to see how deeper and deeper that I need to go in searching after my father, I did ask the Holy Spirit to grant me, with our mother, wisdom and knowledge and understanding, and um to actually what you'd say now, parallel it with what the history, parallel it to what is going on in these last days. So welcome. As you can see from my topic, Abraham's first son versus the chosen. And I have gotten this book, the Book of Jubilees, in 1902 edition, of which I want to read. And it's much more clearer. It's much more clearer in this book. Even though I realize that the hijack has been going on for a long time. And it takes the spirit of discernment, takes the spirit of truth, that promise to teach us all things and bring back all things to our remembrance. So, as I go through some of these passages, I would love to have allow the Spirit, not love, but I want the Spirit to guide me through this and to share my understanding, my overstanding, is not under, it's overstanding of what I have been reading and what the set apart Spirit has been downloaded to me, and see how we go. I'd like to
Hello.
play some.
My name is Adam Ferrari, Chief Executive Officer of Phoenix Energy. I look forward to you joining us.
I'd like to play some healing music to get in the mood. So I'll be starting with the Book of Jubilees. Maybe it's too loud. I'm just trying this thing for the first time. I don't know how it's going to turn out, or if anyone is going to join me on this stream, or we give praises to the Most High. The Book of Jubilees, right? As it said, the Book of Jubilees is like the little Genesis The little Genesis. I don't know why they call it the little Genesis, but yeah, they said it's the little Genesis. You understand? And this person has whoever what's his name? In this edition of XC1, this person actually said it's a commentary. He has edited the primary source, which is an Ethiopic, Ethiop, Ethiopic, and other fragmented versions that he get the source according to him. So before that, there was other primary sources. So obviously they have the real deal, of which I'm going to still search and find out. But I guess it might be written in Hebrew or Aramaic, and I don't know any of those languages. I'm going to have to ask my angel and the Holy Spirit to teach me so I can get better understanding, because the things written in Hebrew has real deep esoteric meaning, not this highfalutin Christian nothing English, which is an adulterated language. Understand? So yeah. So let me get on with it. I am jumping to the sons of Abraham. Why? Because it's what's causing the confusion in these days. The first son of Abraham, his name was Ishmael. Ishmael was the first son of Abraham, and yes, the Most High did bless Ishmael because, Ishmael was born quite early when Sarah was not able to produce a child. And so Ishmael has sons. Ishmael has powerful kingdoms. Ishmael, I have not seen anywhere where they said Ishmael was an Arab. He was an Ishmaelite. Well, however, we can classify it. And to me, that there was no animosity and stuff like going on. And not even when the chosen son was born, I didn't see in written in the book so far that there was any animosity going on between Ishmael and the chosen seed, Isaac. And from Isaac, we have Jacob. So let me dive in. So you know the whole story, which I probably should read the whole story in this the Book of Jubilees chapter 50. The Book of Jubilees, chapter 15. I'm going to start from the first page. And in the 5th year of the 4th week of this Jubilee, in the 3rd month, and in the middle of the month, Abraham celebrated the feast of the first fruit of the grain harvest, and he offered new offering on the altar. The first fruit the first fruits of the produce unto the Most High. And he offered an heifer and a goat and a sheep on the altar as a burnt sacrifice unto the Lord. I'm going to read it the same way they have it here. Their first fruit offering and their drink offering he offered unto the altar. He offered upon the altar with frankincense. And the Lord appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am God. I am God Almighty. Approve thyself before me, and be thou perfect. And I will make my covenant between me and thee, and I will multiply thee exceedingly. And Abraham fell on his face, and God talked with him and said, Behold, my audience, behold, my ordinance is with thee, and thou wilt be a father of many nations. Neither will thy name any more be called Abraham, but thy name from henceforth, even forever, shall be Abraham. For the father of many nations I have made thee, and I shall make thee very great. I shall make thee very great, and I shall make thee into many, into nations, and kings will come forth from thee. And I shall establish my covenant with me and thee, and thy seed after thee, throughout all generations. For let me read it again. And I shall establish my covenant between me and thee, and thy seed after thee, throughout their generations, for an eternal covenant, so that I may be a God unto thee and to thy seed after thee. And this is in bracket now, and I shall give to thee and thy seed after thee the land where thou hast been a sojourner, the land of Canaan, that thou may possess it forever, and I shall be their God. And the Lord said unto Abraham, And as for thee, do thou keep my covenant, and thou thy seed after thee, and circumcise ye every male among you, and circumcise your foreskin, and it will be a token of an eternal covenant before me and you. And the child on the eighth day, he will circumcise every house of whom he has bought with money from any stranger whom he have acquired, who is not of thy seed. I kind of find that strange why the Most High would say, Who is not of thy seed? You should still circumcise them. So that means that there were other nations exist during that time also. So probably they working in Abraham's house, as servants, handmaids, or whatever. If he's around Abraham, they have to be male, that is, circumcised. But that's not the main issue here, which I don't think most, anyway. He that is born in thy house will surely be circumcised, and those whom thou hast bought with money will be circumcised, and my covenant will be in your flesh for an eternal ordinance. And the uncircumcised male who is not circumcised in flesh of his foreskin on the 8th day, that soul will be cut off from his people, for he has broken my covenant. And the Most High said unto Abraham, As for Sarai, thy wife, her name will no more be called Sarai, but Sarah will be her name. And I shall bless her and give her a son by her, and I shall bless him. I shall bless him, and he will become a nation and kings of nations. Sorry about that. And kings of nation. I think just should have turned off my phone. And thou shalt bless her and give thee a son by her, and I will bless him, and he will become a nation, and kings of nation will proceed from him. And Abraham fell on his face and rejoiced, and said in his heart, Shall a son be born to him? Shall a son be born to him? Shall a son be born to him? And listen to the age. 100 years old? And shall Sarah, who is 90 years old, bring forth? That's the question Abraham is asking the Most High. And Abraham said unto the Most High, Oh, that Ishmael might live before thee. Now, this is where we are starting the whole thing. Oh, that Ishmael, because Abraham has the children with Hagar. Well, we know, actually, I would say son, because that's what one son, which is Ishmael with Hagar. And he must have had sons and daughters and all this, well, the whole thing, because it's 90 years now, we're talking 100 years now, Abraham is now going to get his seed with his wife, the promised seed. So that means that a whole generation and civilization has been going on before Isaac was born. So here, this is how Abraham wanted to include, because Abraham loved Isaac, because Abraham was given permission by Sarah to go in with Hagar to produce a seed. But that was not the chosen seed. So, and Abraham said unto the Most High, Oh, that Ishmael might live before thee. And the Most High said, Yea, and Sarah also will bear thee a son, and thou wilt call his name Isaac, and I shall establish my covenant with Isaac, with him, an everlasting covenant, and for his seed. Sorry. Oh, this book thing is very thick. And for his seed after him. And as for Ishmael, What's going to happen to him? As for Ishmael also, I heard thee, and behold, I shall bless him and make him great and multiply him exceedingly, and he will beget 12 princesses. 12 not princesses, but prince. And I shall make him what? A great nation. So when I started out and told you that Ishmael was blessed by the Most High gave him 12 princesses that he's going to establish a nation which they have and become great, going to be a fruitful and exceedingly great nation. That means they built a civilization and established themselves because the Most High promised them that. And believe me, I'm going to find out the 12 princesses because since they choose to leave out the name of the prince that of Ishmael, huh? I'm going to see. I'm going to continue to do research and see if Abraham, if Ishmael, sorry, belonged to the Arabs. Remember 12, 12, the Ishmaelites, 12 prince. And I shall make him a great nation. But, guess what now? But my covenant shall I establish with Isaac, whom Sarah will bear to thee in these days, in the next year. And he left off speaking with him. And the Most High went up from Abraham. Now, I don't know why they put it like that, or there must have been that esoteric source while Abraham was in the seed was seeking, appeared to Abraham and tell him all these things. And Abraham did according to the Most High and said unto him, and he took Ishmael his son, and all that were born in his house. You see, it means those 12 sons was born in, those 12 princes was born in Abraham's house. Right? Says his child. And whom he had bought, and those whom he had bought, with his money, every male of his house, and circumcised the flesh of their foreskin. And the self same day was Abraham circumcised. Hmm? So they had a lot of things going on there. And all the men of his house, and those born in the house, and all those whom he had brought with money from the children of the stranger, were circumcised with him. Right. The law is for all generations forever, and there is no circumcision of the days, and no omission of one day out of the 8 days. For it is an eternal ordinance, ordained and written on the heavenly tablets. And every one that is born, the flesh of whose foreskin is not circumcised on the 8th day, belong not to the children of the covenant which the Most High made with Abraham. These things are like it's just leaning like this. Which the Most High made with Abraham. But to the children of destruction, nor there moreover any sign on him that he is the Lord's, but he is destined to be destroyed and slain from the earth, and to be rooted out of the earth, for he has broken the covenant of the Most High. So, I'm going to read that again so that you all understand. This is how serious this thing is. And everyone that is born, the flesh of whose foreskin is not circumcised on the 8th day, belong not to the children of the covenant which the Lord made with Abraham, but to the children of destruction. Nor is there, moreover, any sign on him that he is the Lord's, but he is destined to be destroyed and slain from the earth and be rooted out of the earth, for he has broken the covenant of the Most High, our God. For all the angels of the presence and all the angels, told you that the angels were definitely around, all the angels of sanctification had been so created from the day of their creation, and before the angels of the presence and the angel of sanctification, he had sanctified Israel. Now, this is where I don't understand this here. Now they're putting in Israel. And it didn't say Isaac was born yet. Anyway, it didn't say Jacob was born yet. But here it said he sanctified Israel. But, they are reporting this thing. And they should be with him and by his holy angels. And do thou command the children of Israel and let them observe the sign. So now he's speaking to the chosen, right? And those who are circumcised. So he's spoken to the chosen and those who were circumcised. And do thou command the children of Israel and let them observe the sign of this covenant for their generation as an eternal ordinance, and they will not be rooted out of the land. For the command is ordained for a covenant, that they should observe it forever among all children of Israel. For Ishmael and his sons and his brother and Esau, now they jump all the way to Esau right now. That means Jacob. So, because they're reporting this thing. And Esau, where am I? For Ishmael and his son and his brother and Esau and his brothers and Esau, the Lord did not cause to approach him, and he chose them not. So are we saying that that Esau was also circumcised, Ishmael was also circumcised, but the Most High did not approach them? He chose them not, because they are the children of Abraham, because he knew them. See? He knew them. But he chose Israel to be his people. Hi. You see, this is the thing that I'm having a problem with this text. They were able to name Ishmael. They were able to name Esau, right? Which we're talking about the descendant, the sons right now. They name only the son and they call it. They didn't state anywhere here that Jacob, which is a chosen son, was changed to Israel. Here they are now speaking of Israel. Because just as how you see the Most High had told Abraham, your name will be this, your name will be that. I'm expecting here in this passage that I am reading, even though choppy choppy, that he would be explaining, okay, I have a son from Isaac. His name is Jacob. Jacob name changed to Israel. You don't see it here. Okay, I'm going to go on and hear what it says here. So he chose Israel to be his people, and he sanctified it. Israel is not a it. He sanctified Jacob and gathered them from amongst all the children. They have it here. This is where all these hijack comes in. Hmm. Hmm. Hey, hey. So, as the Spirit of truth would lead, let me continue. And I will point out. And this was since 1902, you know. You can imagine even before that. Oh, heavens of rest, what the agenda was, you know. Hmm. Anyway, so let me read again. And he sanctified the children and gathered them from amongst all the children of men. Jump all over there now. And there are many nations and many peoples, and all are his, and over all hath he placed spirits in authority to lead them astray from him. Yeah. But over Israel, I'm going to insert here, and I'm going to say, over Jacob, he did not appoint any angel or spirit, for he alone is their ruler or his ruler, and he will preserve him and require him at the hand of his angel and his spirit. That is the Most High's angels. That means it's separating them right now. But whoever who transcribe this thing, just trying to jumble up things and, have an agenda. But he preserve him and require him at the hand of his angels and his spirit, at the hand of all his powers, in order that he may preserve Jacob and bless him, and that he be his and he may be theirs from henceforth and forever. That means all of Jacob's children. And now I announce unto thee that the children of Jacob will not keep true to this ordinance, and they will not circumcise their sons. Is what they said here, to all this law. He's announcing now, making a prophecy. For in the flesh of their circumcision, they will omit this circumcision of their sons, and all of them, sons of Belial, will leave their sons uncircumcised as they were born. Wow. And there will be great wrath from the Lord against the children of Jacob, because they have forgotten his covenant and turned aside from his word, and provoked and blasphemed, inasmuch as they do not observe the ordinance of this law, for they have treated their members like the Gentiles, So here he jumped down now from the sons of Isaac, from the sons of Ishmael, the princes, the sons of Esau and their family. Would that not be considered the Gentiles? Because now I would want to say the Gentiles here would not be of Isaac. And there will be no more be pardon, and there will no more be pardon or forgiveness unto them, so that there should be forgiveness and pardon. What the hell is this? For all the sins, for all the sins of their eternal error. Why is it that you all people try to confuse people here? Hmm? Couldn't you just have written this thing plainly? Anyway, as I said, I'm reading it as I see it here. So you see that, all this chapter 5, of which I was trying to explain, the chosen seed was from Isaac. Isaac to Jacob and Jacob's sons. Then it's like what the Most High is saying, that those who abide, those Gentiles, they can be circumcised, right? They can come in. They can obey this law because they are from the seed of they are from the seed of Abraham. But they have to what? Be circumcised and fall back into covenant. But the one that has not been circumcised and fell out of covenant is destined for destruction. They are destined for destruction. Now, the generation that stems from Ishmael, I am going to find that out. Continue to research that. The princes. And I asked the Most High, the Great One, the Great Spirit. I asked the Holy One to direct me into that information. Of course, we know the sons of Jacob. Of course, we know, even though in this chapter they didn't call him Jacob, they call him Israel. So there is something that I need to continue to find out why the Book of Jubilees jump to Israel after the Book of Jubilees explained directly Esau, the twin brother of Jacob. I could have done it right here and explain things, show you who the covenant has been made and those who he didn't choose. So that if he didn't choose them, they are the Gentiles that was not chosen, even though he blessed them. But he was going to carry out this covenant through Jacob's sons, right? Through Jacob, the chosen one. But they quickly run to the fact that, well, we know that they have sinned, they have forgotten the covenant. But you quickly went into summarizing all of that and to show us what they would disobey, what the Most High said. Sorry. So therefore, these things has to be sorted out. And as the revelation is coming, I am going to go further. Because even the chapter that follows up, which is 36, it didn't go into it. It should be a follow-up to go further into the sons of Jacob, but it didn't. It went somewhere else. Jump into Lot and Sodom and Gomorrah and all these things. Then they come over to chapter 13, and 13th, the birth of Isaac. Oh, so they want to have your mind all over the place. And so, in these days, as we are remembering, as we are seeing things as the chosen seed, as the brethren, because it takes, according to what Brother Big Levi has said, 8K, 8,000 people it takes to change this narrative. 8,000 to get into prayer, to change the narrative that has been following down, so that we can find our way back to the Father. Know what our ancestors did, truly what our ancestors did. Know how to acknowledge and to see the greatness of these nations, what they have done, both ordinances and judgments, those who didn't keep covenant, those who did not keep his word, to now. To now. And some of what has been said, you see how it is acting out, but some of us who don't have the spirit of truth cannot discern these things, cannot see that the hijack has been there for a long time. For a long time. Now that we are waking up, we have awoke, we can see clearly where the wicked hands of the scribes were. Put there, put there. Put here, put here. Equate this, equate that. You understand? That now some people in yonder land want to take the glory for themselves. But we are waking up. We are waking up. We are waking up. And we give and bless our Creator, the Great One, and that He has chosen the seed of Jacob from Isaac to bring forth truth to this world, to be continued. All praises due to the Most High. Shalom.